Electricity has been and shall forever remain one of the most important catalysts for accelerating development at household, community, and national levels. It is against this background that the Zambian government has over the years remained committed to the Sustainable Development Goal number 7, which aims at ensuring access to clean, affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all Zambians by 2030. Unfortunately, the sad reality is that after 59 years of independence, most Zambians have historically remained deprived of the privilege to clean, affordable, and reliable electricity supply. It is reported that only 37% at household level have access to reliable electricity supply, while the remaining 67% remains in the dark. The situation is even worse as the majority of the said 67% are in the rural parts of the country. But the Zambian government has however continued showing commitment to achieving the SDG number 7 by not only setting goals to increase electrification rate from 3% to 51% by 2030 through Rural Electrification Authority (REA), but also mobilizing resources and partnership engagements such as the Zambia Recent Mini-Grids ZMG project, an initiative which is yet to be implemented. The government has on the other hand remained determined in developing policies which create an enabling environment for people to initiate electrification technologies to enable underserved communities access electricity, especially in rural areas. In line with government's continued desire to light up rural parts of the country, a 43-year-old man of Chilemba area in Mufumbwe district of North-western Province, Edward Samondela, has developed a mini hydro station at Kashima stream where he's able to produce 220 to 240 volts.
Ichikesikenaka kana kufumisha ingovya kushika ku 220 volts. Ilanga mawatsi adi 600 ho. Ilanga kwesikana design ina pangi idine kuiji kwesika ho moto ikuikalaho nikutoka chake sidi chichikuikala. Emwana. Hadi numpinji nakuzatisha hetala litina matala edi adina kuzatisha computer na laptop nukuzatisha fridge nukuzatisha then nakuzatisha malaiti hamkala chechena chini.
Amazingly, the initiator to this Chilemba mini hydro plant, as referred to by the local people, seems to have reasonable understanding on the safety measures.
Ichuma mudi ibalu yedi chibalu cha tachi mudi transformer ina kila step up kesi kamshika ku 240 volts kadina 600 watts then muri chimbalo chikwa uchengi china kuhemba kesi blonda nei kuna kudikukala chili chejima nukusenda oho adapter na kushimu nukutwala muidala na kutatika chengina kuzatisha hela hena then chengina waka aka ka breaker ka circuit break kakwila ku protect nei kudi yuma imwe kumweka nabona akaka kuholoka so muitala yuma ikala safe emwandi mudimuwa ani chuma munamona.
The 43-year-old has an ambitious vision for his project.
So je ku North-western elamu ngade tumu Mufumbwe muno tudina tulonga mavulu so awa tulonga wenawa kalonga ikalonga tunachoshi kutwala ku nachoshi kuyana kutunga ku power station ya yeni antwa kutambula ilanga heno ukanda nakufula nitachikina hena hanina atachikiri mulonga Muhanga na kenga wikalu wanyi at least nagazati cement na kutunga chuwai akola chuwai tabai nawa ina wota uniena na wantu neni nanka shahama na kusha kumota yeneni dichijeji mojo chinga na ukwashi mwaka jikaliko mulonga nene kana na yumoyo ni kwetu kwila kwinka kwa kwetu ana kanki lili ne Chilemba ejima na kushika Kashima ne yatuko kamwina kena kanu kakalonga ejima kuwana kwikala na malaita dichana de hale na M8 la na national grid ananiwena na watu na twesi kuyana kuipangira ma station na widine kumunyambala kuna kwejima kuti tulonga tunatwenda ngamenji hela kakei hela kato hilanga ni kwetu kutwamini na hela ne kuti kuzata hamu na government hela nei kuikala akufila kukwasha ni kwetu kwila design na kuplana mwa kuchungila hydro power station ya mchidine yakwila supply antu adi mchichungila Asia.
Sylvia Chidata is among several neighbors who are already benefiting from the initiative and looks forward to having electricity in her home.
So ya muntu umina wene numu kule mamu na malaiti tuenzanga na ratata samondela na kuchaja jifoni nikutamba nezulu so chwa kena katataka malaiti kulonda imu mukala wetu netu kulonda tumwenu mukulema ningani tuhamwa mwenu mukulema.
Chief Chizera of Mufumbwe's Kaonde people, through his spokesperson, Lapson Kayombo, has endorsed the initiative as he sees the project to be a potential solution to the long-lasting electricity challenge in Mufumbwe because the district has so many rivers and streams which do not dry up.
When you look at these chiefdoms of ours, we have all the natural resources. Our water bodies are quite enough. We have streams, we have rivers. The Kasamba stream is a very small stream where it's able to produce 250 volts of power. So now if this man is placed, he does his project at Kabompo River. If this man can do his project at Kifue River, if this man can do his project at Musonwej River, if this man can do a project in Idongwe River in Mushima, it would mean that people in Mushima will also have power, which they don't have now. It would mean also that people in Karengo have power. In the villages, people in Munyambara, they will have power because we have these water bodies where we can tap the waters that can run, turn the turbines that this young man is coming up with. So for the chiefdom, we just ask the government a way forward that such young men must be assisted in any way possible. In any way possible. Yes, we thank the president that we have also a component of CDF in the area, but CDF alone cannot be enough.
Supporting the initiative and consequently allowing it to be replicated in other parts of Mufumbwe will indeed result into socio-economic transformation of people's lives in several ways, among them health, education, crop production, livestock, and aquaculture. Mufumbwe has 27 health centers across the district and one district hospital, serving an estimated population of 102,637 people. It is only the district hospital and 4 out of the 27 health centers along the Mutanda-Chavuma road which are connected to the national grid, while the rest are being powered by solar systems. The fact that solar power comes with its own unending challenges, a cheaper and reliable power supply from main hydro stations would greatly enhance service delivery in the district under the Department of Health.
The challenges that will come with the solar power, which we're trying to learn away if we have proper source of power, is the challenges of having at times the battery is finished, it can't charge the solar power, the cables are bent, the regulators that are bent. So we find that it has been affecting the health service delivery in the night. The proper source of power at these health facilities will not only enhance proper healthcare deliveries at a facility level, but also it will be a motivating factor to our staff who work in these facilities. Because we have got staff outlets in all the facilities, and there are staff who are staying there. They've got families. So they admire what other staff in the township are enjoying. That is a power source. Because with the power, they are able to study in the night, their children and them. They also need to put a fridge in the corner and also watch DSTV so that they are updated to what is happening in the world. So those are some of the things that these people miss in the rural health centers. So once we have a proper power supply to these facilities, we'll motivate the staff to stay there. And in so doing, staying in this health facility, meaning that we have enough staff, proper staff, motivated staff, who later on will provide a qualitable health care to the community, which is made affordable and available all the time.
With a total number of 81 schools in Mufumbwe, only 26 schools are located along the Mutanda-Chavuma road, while the rest are in the outskirts of the district. This means a majority of these schools heavily rely on solar power, which has over the years proven to be a challenge when it comes to managing school affairs, especially with increased provision of computer studies in schools.
I would give you two comparison situations. We have schools, one of the schools I'll pick maybe in Kalengwa zone is Kalengwa itself. Kalengwa enrolled 60 pupils to sit for computer studies. Mufumbwe Day, I may pick it again from here, where we have power, has about 128 pupils that sat for computer. Generally, for us in teaching, the more the pupils, the more it becomes difficult to attend to, because teacher-pupil contact is minimized. The fewer the pupils, the more teacher contact is enhanced, which implies that it was supposed to be possible for the 60 pupils to perform well, because the teacher-pupil contact is higher than at Mufumbwe Day, where there are 128, maybe against 1 or 2 teachers. But you discover that because of repetition, what we call through continuous performance or continuous attending to the gadgets, every time interacting with the gadgets, 1 minute you come, you sit on the computer, you open, and then you do some revision, even when the teacher is not there. Even when the number of the pupils who are at Mufumbwe Day, they are 128, the performance of these people is going to be better than the 60. Why? Because the 60 there, like I had earlier indicated, they will rely at the mercy of weather when the computer will be switched on, because power is there. Most of the time, they want to conserve power or they want to accumulate power. Practice will not be there. So the efficiency and proficiency by the pupils in the outskirts is missing. So even when they would say, I sat for computer, you call him, okay, please, you sat computer, can you come and do some work on Excel? Can you come and do some work on Words? There's nothing to be done. So that's why we really need the power everywhere, so that children will be able to be practicing, even without teachers, the few drills that they get from their teachers.
The Ministry of Agriculture is seeing the supply of electricity through a cheap and reliable initiative like a Min Hydro to be a game changer in the sector, as most farmers will take advantage of the power to engage in efficient and profitable irrigation in the district.
Mufumbwe as a district has got potential for crop production. We can produce all kind of crops because we have good soils, and the only challenges that we face is farmers are unable to go into irrigation. This is actually due to lack of reliable power source. Of course, farmers may have capacity to buy pumps, but the issue is how do they sustain these pumps in terms of power supply. But with reliable and cheaper power supply from min hydro stations, farmers will be able to produce crops throughout the year. Because even situations where farmers go to nearby districts to buy tomatoes, cabbages, and bring at the market here will be the thing of the past, because the farmers here will be able to produce and supply to our marketeers. In the end, we are going to have enough food to sell and for consumption, which will be able to improve the economic activities in terms of agriculture in Mufumbwe district, and also be able to improve the nutrition levels at household level.
Kamwe no mchwelanga garden yetu ndi mchawani nanga mali. Kachuna kulomba kunei ana mlaiti ne anashiki. Kulonda chukawani kumakulandira water pump. Ina water pump kachukwa shenga ku. Chukadimenga garden yenine kuyachuka supply yengeji mana kuiza kwa kufuma kwa kuleha kenzena kulandira kuna kudecho ana ma vegetable chukadimanga.
A reliable and cheaper electricity supply around the district will, on the other hand, result into the development of dairy production as well as poultry farming, which will enable people stop importing eggs from outside the district. And that means improved livelihood for farmers and the business community, as well as the local people get cheaper and quality eggs.
In terms of milk production, we need to have more dairy farmers coming on board. And some of these farmers need advanced technologies, such as automated milking now. You don't have to go there and start milking the animal manually and things like that. Sometimes you use automated milking, and all these facilities require the use of electricity. When we talk of certain industries like small livestock, sheep and goats, we may actually begin to process these animal products, like sausages and meat. All these things require machinery that uses electricity to do so. And also when we talk of poultry, in terms of poultry production, means that as a district now we can actually afford to feed the population, because many of the farmers that have been showing willingness to get into layer production, that barrier would have actually been taken care of. And as you know, to produce eggs, we need considerable amount of light. Light plays a pivotal role in the production of eggs. So that would actually help to improve in the district. And so we've seen a number of these people, that have shown willingness because of the increased constraints development fund. So find that cooperatives have come on board and they have written their proposals, trying to get into some of these industries that I've mentioned, like dairy production as well as layer production.
Ilangi chane limalaitan nzire mwakamwi siru na itongo joko ya kuranei kumana mudimu wetu kuzatika.
With increased interest in aquaculture investment among the local people, as well as continued support from government to grow the sector, availability of cheaper and reliable electricity in the outskirts will contribute to the growth of the sector in the district and change the lives of many farmers.
We've got certain places, especially in the outskirts, where we've got streams, and people want to come up with fish ponds there. So once we have power there, it means that we can buy things like pumps, which we can use to pump the water out of these streams into overhead tanks, and later on refuel our ponds, and then we grow our fish from there. So that is actually one benefit which can be derived from that. Also, once we have power in some of these areas, especially the outskirts, we can actually use electricity to tap water, underground water, and then use that water to create ponds and grow our fish from there. And also, when you talk of the storage facilities, I think that also becomes very cardinal, because most of the times when some of these fish farmers catch their fish, before, the shelf life of fish is actually very, very short. So before the fish is actually brought to the public, maybe to the market, you'd find that it would have gone bad. Therefore, the farmer is losing in terms of cash, in terms of revenue. So once we have power in those facilities, it means that farmers are able to buy things like freezers, refrigeration facilities, where they can actually keep the fish and it would stay in there longer. Consequently, it has a benefit to the farmer, because they'll be selling good fish, wholesome fish, which actually the consumers would get at a very good price, and ultimately it would help the life of that farmer, and it would improve the industry in our district.
Tunaweza kuwanika nena mwana sendanshi ma fish pondeji mtwashanga mwashi 3 pin yeji makuisha eka 12 pin. So anakushikana 12 pin muna tachikulandi kwa anshaji makuhila hamu. Akastoma enza na makastoma takuiza kulanda kwa hafu ina hafu ikwao. Chakubula malaiti. So ma fridge malaiti ko. So netuli na malaiti tukusenda na asha kushara twatu chuisha mamu fridge. So at least anasha kubula kudenika. Ilanga nema malaiti ko tuna kuananga change ya kuila malosi akuila au no. Anashishi yetu steady culture chiwa ilanga na kuiza na kutoka. So number 2 tunakuiza ku dry season. Dry season tunakuwa na challenge mu yakuila nene tupompi menje yetu imu. So anakupompa menje yetu imu mugudabwa menje anomi kasitiri anakuendela hamfunda wa hakati hana kakalonga. So kwa ne muna kemiki kalonga menje antesha anakuila ngahi anakuhita kuiza ma fish pond yetu. Di tunakulomba nena umalaiti akushika. Ni tuiduke netu nakunu. Twato shikuwanika tunakulomba tukuwanika kunanka na ma water pump ana amalaiti.
Based on the government's policy to provide electricity to underdeserved communities through the allocation of 1 million kwacha from the Constituency Development Fund (CDF), Mufumbwe Member of Parliament Elliot Kamondo has not only pledged to support Mr. Samondela's project, but also commits to ensure that he is recognized by institutions like RIA and ZESCO, as well as other interested parties.
It should not feel that is alone. We are going to support that venture in a small way as a district. However, we want to escalate it further to RIA and even ZESCO to see how they can come in and support it in a commercial way. So we will try our best to make sure that we link him to all these relevant sources which are vested with the knowledge of producing electricity, so that he can be taken as a partner in national development.
According to experts, there are 3 major areas of interest which Mr. Samondela's initiative needs in order to enhance the project. The first area is on civil engineering works, which will involve the construction of the proper dam and standard powerhouse. The second one should be that of mechanical works to look at the enhancement of the electricity production from the turbines, motors and other components in the powerhouse, as well as transmission of electricity from the powerhouse to the substation before it is distributed to users. The third and the last area of need is the development of improved safety measures and the formulation of well-structured policies for system maintenance and management, as well as revenue collection. The fact is that the project remains one of the best available solutions to the challenge of electricity in Mufumbwe district. It is therefore incumbent on the government and organizations like the Rural Electrification Authority RIA, National Technology Business Center, NTBC and other interested parties to come on board and support the initiative through funding as well as technical empowerment.